Welcome to our channel History of Coins, where we explore the hidden gems of numismatics. In today's video, we're diving into the fascinating world of U.S. state quarter-dollar coins, as some of these coins are rare and can make you rich overnight. In this video, we are gonna uncover the rarest coins and their values. So make sure to watch the complete video and find out if you have one of these. Now let's continue our today's video. Top 1 today. We're diving deep into a truly fascinating piece from the United States Mint, one that belongs to the America the Beautiful Quarter series. This is none other than the 2015 Kisatchie National Forest Quarter, a coin that may look ordinary at first glance, but hides incredible secrets that could make it worth a small fortune. So sit back, listen carefully, and enjoy this story about a coin that every serious collector dreams of finding. The Kisatchie Quarter was released in 2015 as part of the America the Beautiful series, which honored national parks and historic sites across the United States. Louisiana's Kisatchie National Forest was chosen to be represented, making this coin special to many collectors with ties to Louisiana and beyond. What makes this coin particularly appealing is not only its design, but also the fact that certain rare examples and error versions have turned out to be worth thousands upon thousands of dollars. The design itself is stunning. On the obverse, like every quarter in the series, we see the familiar portrait of George Washington, a constant reminder of American tradition. But flip the coin to the reverse, and you'll find something remarkable. The design captures a wild turkey in mid-flight, soaring gracefully over longleaf pine trees, a scene that represents the beauty and freedom of Louisiana's only national forest. The details are crisp and intricate, making this quarter stand out even in ordinary circulation. Now here's where things get exciting. While millions of these quarters were struck for circulation, only a small percentage have survived in pristine, uncirculated condition. Everyday handling, scratches, and wear all reduce value. But a coin preserved in its original state can command much higher prices on the collector's market. For dedicated coin hunters, spotting one of these untouched gems is like finding buried treasure. But beyond condition, there's something even more thrilling: errors and varieties. During the minting process, small mistakes can happen. It might be a double die where the details look slightly doubled, a misaligned strike that shifts the design, or even planchet flaws that create unusual textures and patterns. These errors make the coin unique, and collectors around the world are willing to pay extraordinary amounts for these one-of-a-kind pieces. The Kisatchie Quarter is known to have several error varieties, and when combined with top condition, the value climbs dramatically. What also drives the excitement is the appeal of the America the Beautiful series as a whole. Collectors often want to complete full sets of these quarters, and any rare, high-grade, or error version can become the centerpiece of a collection. Demand is high, but supply of flawless coins is extremely limited. That's the perfect recipe for soaring prices in the market. So, how much could the 2015 Kisatchie National Forest Quarter actually be worth? The answer may surprise you. While regular worn examples may only be worth face value, a rare error coin or one in immaculate uncirculated condition has been valued at an astonishing $84,000. That's right, just one small coin, something many people would overlook in their pocket change, could actually be worth $84,000 to the right collector. This is why searching your change, checking old coin jars, and inspecting every quarter carefully is so important. You never know when you might come across a rare treasure hiding in plain sight. Top 2, we are going to talk about one of the most famous and sought-after coins from the state quarter program, a coin that has sparked excitement, curiosity, and even bidding wars among collectors. This is the 2004 Wisconsin State Quarter, a coin that looks ordinary to many but hides secrets that make it one of the most remarkable finds in American coinage history. Listen carefully, because this story is one you won't want to miss. The Wisconsin State Quarter was released in 2004 as part of the highly popular 50 State Quarters program launched by the United States Mint. Each state was celebrated with a unique design that reflected its culture, history, or landmarks. For Wisconsin, the design was simple yet powerful: a proud cow, a wheel of cheese, and an ear of corn. These three symbols represent Wisconsin's deep agricultural roots and its reputation as America's dairyland. At first glance, nothing about the design seemed unusual. But soon collectors discovered something extraordinary in the world of coins. Small errors and variations can turn an ordinary piece into a rare treasure. That's exactly what happened with the Wisconsin quarter. Not long after its release, collectors began to notice that some coins featured unusual details on the ear of corn. Instead of the normal smooth design, some quarters showed an extra leaf on the left side of the corn. Even more surprising, there were actually two varieties, one with what looked like an extra high leaf and another with an extra low leaf. These varieties quickly became known as the extra leaf Wisconsin quarters. Why is this important? Because these error coins were not supposed to exist. They were the result of a mistake during the minting process, and only a limited number ever left the mint. Most circulated quarters are identical, but these extra leaf varieties are unique, and uniqueness in coin collecting means value. For coin hunters, discovering one of these rare pieces in change felt like striking gold. Over the years, these extra leaf quarters have only grown in popularity. Collectors are drawn to them not just because they are rare, but also because they are part of a widely collected series that millions of people are familiar with. The Wisconsin quarter was already loved for its charming design, but the discovery of the error made it legendary. Some examples have been found in worn condition, which still makes them worth far more than face value. But the real prizes are the coins in pristine, uncirculated condition. These flawless specimens are what serious collectors chase after, and they command the highest prices. Imagine the thrill of searching through your pocket change and finding one of these rare Wisconsin quarters. The cow, the cheese, the corn, everything looks the same until you notice that mysterious extra leaf. In that moment, you're holding not just a 25-cent piece, but a rare treasure that collectors all over the world would love to add to their collections. That's the magic of coin hunting, and that's why this particular quarter has become so famous. Now let's talk about value. While ordinary Wisconsin quarters are still only worth a quarter, the rare error versions, especially in top condition, can sell for unbelievable amounts of money. Collectors and auction houses have seen bidding soar when one of these coins comes up for sale, especially when it has been graded by professional services and preserved in immaculate condition. Oh, here's the exciting part you've been waiting for. A 2004 Wisconsin state quarter with a rare extra leaf error, found in perfect uncirculated condition, has been valued at an astonishing $81,000. That's right, $81,000 for a single quarter that you might still find in circulation if you're incredibly lucky. It's stories like these that keep collectors searching, checking every coin, and hoping to stumble upon that life-changing discovery. Top 3, we are diving into one of the most iconic pieces from the state quarters program, a coin that celebrates American history, spirit, and innovation. This is the 2002 Indiana State Quarter, a coin that may look ordinary to most people, but hides some incredible secrets that make it one of the most collectible coins of its kind. Listen carefully and enjoy this story, because if you ever come across one of these rare pieces, it could change everything. The Indiana Quarter was released in 2002 as the 19th design in the popular 50 State Quarters series. Each state was honored with a design that represented its identity, and Indiana chose to showcase something truly unique, a race car speeding past a checkered flag. This design is a tribute to the Indianapolis 500, one of the most famous automobile races in the entire world. The coin also features 19 stars around the outline of the state, marking Indiana's place as the 19th state to join the Union. It is a coin that reflects speed, progress, and state pride all in one small piece of metal. Now let's talk about why this quarter is so interesting for collectors. The U.S. Mint produced millions of Indiana quarters for circulation, and most of them are still only worth their face value of 25 cents. But as collectors know, the real excitement begins when we find coins with rare conditions or unusual minting errors. That is exactly where the 2002 Indiana quarter stands out. Some examples of this coin were struck with fascinating errors. A few show doubling on the details of the race car or stars, known as double die errors. Others may have slight misalignments where the design does not line up perfectly with the rim, creating what's called an off-center strike. There are even coins that left the mint with planchet flaws, which means the blank metal piece used to create the coin was imperfect before striking. Each of these errors creates a unique variety, and that uniqueness is what collectors crave. Condition also plays a massive role in determining value. Most Indiana quarters went through heavy circulation, passing from pocket to pocket, picking up scratches and wear along the way. But a coin that has been preserved in pristine, uncirculated condition is a whole different story. Collectors and grading services place incredible premiums on coins that still shine as if they just came from the mint. Combine top condition with a rare error, and you have the recipe for an extraordinary find. The Indiana quarter is also important because it ties into one of the most beloved series in American coin history. The state quarters program captured the attention of millions of people, many of whom started collecting coins for the very first time when these quarters were released. That popularity means demand is still high today, especially for rare or error versions. Collectors want to complete full sets, and rare varieties of the Indiana quarter are among the most sought-after pieces to finish those collections. Think about the thrill of discovering one of these special coins. You pick up a quarter, glance at the race car, and notice something unusual. Maybe the design looks slightly doubled, maybe the strike is off-center, or maybe the details seem sharper than normal because it's never been touched by circulation. In that moment, you realize you're holding something truly valuable, something far more special than just pocket change. That is the excitement that keeps collectors searching day after day, coin after coin. So now comes the big question. How much can a 2002 Indiana State quarter actually be worth? While normal circulated examples are worth only face value, certain rare errors in top uncirculated condition have reached prices that stun even experienced collectors. The highest values are reserved for the rarest varieties that have been carefully preserved and graded by professionals. And here is the part you have been waiting for. A rare 2002 Indiana State quarter, discovered in pristine uncirculated condition with one of the unique error varieties, has been valued as high as $78,000. That's right, $78,000 for a single quarter. A tiny coin that many people used for everyday purchases has become a legendary treasure in the world of numismatics. This is why coin collecting is so exciting and why every quarter you see is worth a second look. We are taking a closer look at one of the most symbolic and beautiful coins from the State Quarters program, the 2001 New York State Quarter. At first glance, it might look like an ordinary piece of pocket change, but some rare examples of this coin have shocked collectors with their incredible value. Listen carefully and enjoy, because this story is one every coin enthusiast needs to hear. The New York Quarter was released in 2001 as the 11th coin in the 50 State Quarters series, which became one of the most collected coin programs in American history. Millions of people saved these quarters when they were first released, making them nostalgic and meaningful even today. But beyond the sentimental value, certain rare versions of the New York Quarter are now worth far more than face value. Let's talk about the design. On the obverse side, as with all state quarters, you'll find the portrait of George Washington, the founding father whose image has graced the quarter since 1932. But flip it over, and you'll see the breathtaking reverse design that captures New York spirit. The Statue of Liberty proudly stands in the foreground, symbolizing freedom and opportunity. Behind her, an outline of the state of New York is shown with lines tracing the path of the Hudson River and the Erie Canal. Encircling it are 19 stars, representing New York's admission as the 11th state in the Union. It is a design full of history, pride, and symbolism. But collectors know that design alone isn't what makes a coin truly valuable. The secret lies in rarity, condition, and minting errors. The New York Quarter was produced in the hundreds of millions, but most of those coins went into circulation where they became scratched, worn, and ordinary. A coin that has been preserved in pristine, uncirculated condition is far more desirable. Graded examples that shine as if they were just struck at the mint can sell for impressive prices. Now let's talk about what really excites coin collectors: errors. The New York Quarter has been discovered with several unusual minting mistakes. Some coins show doubled die errors, where details like the Statue of Liberty's torch or the stars appear doubled. Others have off-center strikes, where the design is shifted noticeably from its intended position. There are even coins struck on the wrong planchet, meaning the quarter design was accidentally struck on a blank mint for another denomination. These types of errors make each coin unique, and in the world of coin collecting, unique means valuable. Imagine holding one of these quarters in your hand. To the average person, it's just 25 cents. But to a collector, that same coin could be a rare treasure worth thousands of dollars. This is what makes coin hunting so thrilling. You never truly know what you might find when you take a closer look at the change in your pocket, an old coin jar, or a family collection. The popularity of the state quarters program also adds to the appeal. Collectors want complete sets, and rare varieties of popular states like New York are especially sought after. Demand is strong, and when supply is limited, prices climb even higher. So how much could one of these rare 2001 New York quarters actually be worth? While regular circulated examples remain worth only face value, the rare error coins in top uncirculated condition can fetch stunning amounts of money on the collector's market. And now, the part you've been waiting for. A rare 2001 New York State quarter, discovered with a valuable error and preserved in pristine uncirculated condition, has been valued as high as $75,000. That's right, $75,000 for a single quarter that many people overlooked in their change. This is why collectors search carefully, study every detail, and treasure every discovery. Top 5. We are focusing on one of the most intriguing coins from the state quarters program. A coin that at first may look simple and ordinary, but for collectors, it has become one of the most fascinating discoveries. We are talking about the 2005 Kansas State Quarter, a coin that has shocked collectors with its unique errors and surprising value. So listen carefully, enjoy the story, and let's dive into why this quarter is so special. The Kansas State Quarter was released in 2005 as part of the 50 State Quarters program, which ran from 1999 to 2008. Each state was given its own unique design, and for Kansas, the theme centered around agriculture and nature. On the reverse side, you'll find a majestic American bison, also known as a buffalo, standing proudly against the background of prairie grass. Above it is the state motto, E pluribus unum, and the word Kansas boldly displayed. It is a strong and symbolic design that reflects the state's heritage and connection to the Great Plains. That on the obverse side is the familiar portrait of George Washington, a reminder of tradition and continuity in American coinage. At first glance, the Kansas quarter seems straightforward, but as collectors soon learned, some of these coins held fascinating surprises. The real excitement comes from the errors that appeared during the minting of certain Kansas quarters. One of the most famous and talked about varieties is the "In God We Rust" error. Because of a filled die at the mint, the T in the word trust on the motto "In God We Trust" was partially or completely missing, leaving the unusual phrase "In God We Rust." This error quickly became legendary among collectors because it was both rare and visually striking. It turned a common quarter into something entirely unique. Other Kansas quarters have been found with double die errors, off-center strikes, and planchet flaws. Each of these mistakes adds to the appeal because they make the coin one of a kind. For collectors, error coins are not just mistakes. They are treasures that tell the story of how even the most modern minting process can still create surprises. Condition plays an equally important role. Most Kansas quarters went into heavy circulation, passing through countless hands, pockets, and cash registers. Those circulated examples remain worth only face value. But a Kansas quarter in pristine, uncirculated condition, especially one with a rare error, becomes extremely desirable. When professionally graded and preserved, these coins have been known to bring in remarkable prices at auction. Part of what makes the Kansas quarter so attractive to collectors is the popularity of the state quarters program itself. Millions of Americans began collecting quarters during those years, and the excitement has not faded. Completing a full set is a goal for many, and owning a rare error coin from the series makes a collection even more special. The Kansas "In God We Rust" quarter has become one of the most talked about finds of the entire series, and demand continues to grow. Imagine the thrill of spotting one of these coins in your change. At first, you think it's just another ordinary quarter with a buffalo on it, but then you look closer. Something seems off in the lettering. The motto looks strange, or perhaps the strike is slightly misaligned. In that moment, you realize you might be holding something that is not just worth a few cents, but potentially worth thousands of dollars. That's the excitement of coin collecting. It's like treasure hunting in plain sight. Now the question you've been waiting for. How much can one of these rare Kansas quarters actually be worth? While most examples remain ordinary, The rare error coins in flawless condition are what command jaw-dropping prices. And here it is, the big reveal. A 2005 Kansas State quarter, preserved in uncirculated condition with a rare error variety, has been valued as high as $73,000. That's right, $73,000 for a single state quarter that many people spent without a second thought. It's discoveries like these that keep collectors inspired and searching every coin they come across. Thank you for joining me on this exciting journey into the story of the 2005 Kansas quarter. If you enjoyed learning about its history, rarity, and amazing value, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss another rare coin discovery. Keep hunting, keep collecting, and who knows, the next treasure could already be in your hands.